Hi everyone, welcome and thank you for being here. Welcome to day 4. It is day 4 of endurance and echoes, running, cycling, and the stories that shaped me. So day 4 of 45. We are getting in there. It's getting a little bit tiring. But I keep telling myself that you sat down and planned for this, you have to do it and finish. Like the Swahili say, msiba wa kujitakia hauambiwi pole. So I have to keep going. It is just day 4. One thing about this challenge that I love is the fact that the kilometers keep reducing day by day. If yesterday I did 40, today I'm doing 39. So day 4 is the activity. Before I go to my life story, my 4th year of life, I'll start with the activity. So day 4 activity was 42 kilometer bike ride. I did it at night, and it took longer than usual. Again, my butt cheeks were hurting, they were on fire. And when I started, my app tells me 1 kilometer, and I'm like, I still have 41 to go. It took me longer. It took me 3 hours, I think, and 45 minutes. That's a lot for a bike ride. And it's because I took a washroom break. Whenever I stopped the bike to adjust something or check on something, or if I received a phone call, when I got back, I would feel the pain on my butt cheek had reduced. So on this day, I decided that if I'm going for a washroom break, I'm going also, that is the time also I'm going to eat. Because most of these activities I do in the evening, and if it's a run, I start maybe at 6, I'll finish at 11 because it takes me 4.5 to 5 hours. And that means I take my dinner late. And so today I didn't want to take my dinner at 11:30. So in between, at 21 kilometers, I went back for a bathroom break, and that is the time I spent and ate. That is where I lost the time. Yeah. And that is why I have decided to do my activities in the morning. When I do them in the morning, I'll not have to eat late. At least if I start maybe at 5, by 8 I'm done. If I start at 4, maybe I'll be done by 9, depending on the activity. Now, to the story of the 4th year. We lived in Hola. My parents were teachers at secondary school called Mau Mau. It was called Mau Mau Memorial. And it was a wild area. We interacted a lot with wild animals, and since they had livestock like cows and sheep, I only remember cows and sheep. I don't know if there were goats or chicken. I will check with my parents. So yeah, it was a wild area. I remember being at home and seeing Warthogs playing in the field. It was like around midday. It was sunny, and I can still see those 3 Warthogs playing at a distance. And it was a normal sight. But at night it got more dangerous because there were lions coming around. And I don't remember other animals. I specifically remember the lion because of the roar. There was that one roar that was very scary and shook the house, and hyenas too at night. Hyenas came for the sheep, and the lions came for the cows. And I remember the sheds, the cow sheds, and they were raised. I think this was because of the animals. Now looking back, I understand why the cow sheds were raised, because of the wild animals that tried to come and take the animals. Yeah. And also, I took a lot of milk. To think that now I am lactose intolerant, there was plenty of milk. And it was the what we now call kienyeji. Yeah, not adulterated at all. We took a lot of milk. And my brother Alan had a dog. I think he has always been the dog lover in our house, because even as we grew older, he had a dog. He has always had dogs, yeah. And so he had this dog when we were young. I can remember whenever Alan cried, if something happened, and that dog knew Alan's voice, because I used to cry too, yeah. I was quite a handful. But whenever my brother Alan cried, this dog cried with him. Like cry, cry, cry. You'd hear the dog go whoo when Alan was crying. And even if it was not seeing Alan, it knew his voice. We'd be in the house, and the dog is outside. The moment Alan cried, this dog also cried with him. That is something I still remember, and the bond that they had with this dog must have been very strong for the dog to cry when his master was crying. The rest of us were insignificant. And this brings me to something about pets and children. Pets are very good for children. If your child has been asking you for a pet, please get them the pet. But also remember, it will be some more work for you, because that is your grandchild. The thing that pets do to children, one, it teaches them responsibility. It teaches them empathy. It teaches them how to socialize. It teaches them how to take care of stuff. They learn a lot. Apart from being their buddy, this pet teaches children a lot. And one thing that children with pets learn that their counterparts do not learn, this puts them ahead of their counterparts, it is about grief. Because when their pet is sick and when the pet dies, your child learns to process grief earlier and deal with it and cope with it as compared to their peers. So when grief happens of a human being, your child will be able to cope better as compared to their peers who do not have pets. And also remember, it is just not only your child. They will suck you into these emotions of theirs when they have the pet. And also it will be a learning point for them. Most importantly, they will learn and grow from having pets. One thing that parents struggle with their children is responsibility. The pet will do that for you. If you only let them, don't be the controlling everything. But the pet will do that for you. A lot of things, socialization, responsibility, cognitive growth, it will do that for you if your child has a pet. So if your child has been asking you for a pet, this is your cue to let them have it. But remember, the work will be done by both of you. You as the parent and the child. They will not forget the vet appointments. They'll be reminding you that is responsibility. So if your child wants a pet and they've been asking for a pet, please give them. And that is the lesson I learned from my 4th year of life about my brother and his dog. Give your children pets. They learn a lot. You will have to work on it too, but you'll do the hard work initially. As they grow, you'll not have to teach them any other thing. The pet will have done it for you. You just need to do the investment. Thank you for being here. See you in the next one.